So I don't know if you remember at the end of my Botswana vlog video, I said I'll see you on the next trip. And I haven't really shared any travel stuff since then really. So I figured I'd just take all the things I've done from then up until now and just tell you all about it. So it all started with my cousin who decided to get married. So instead of just flying down to the wedding and then coming back home immediately, we went on a little family trip. So we headed down to a small little town called Noakwood. So yeah, I'm at the Dairy Farm Bed and Breakfast in Noakwood and just look at this view. And I went for a little hike with my sister and we decided to take some nice pictures of the sunset. And I decided to whip out my drone and get a couple of cool shots.
GPS signal lost.
It was the first time this happened to me, so I wasn't sure what to do when my drone loses signal, so I just started running after the drone.
So, my drone lost signal from the remote controller and now I'm just running here to see if I can catch signal again. It's been out for about 1 kilometer.
And that was terrifying. But then I discovered that it has a return home feature. So if you got the DJI Mini 2, then if you lose signal, don't worry, your drone is on its way home.
GPS online.
I just got signal back. It's returning home, so all is well.
While this all happened, my sister was also taking a couple of pics and she actually landed a couple of cool shots of me catching my drone when it came back and one of the drone in the air itself. So some pretty cool shots you got there, Vanessa, so well done. We headed back inside and we saw one of the most beautiful lightning storms passing by. So after our amazing thunderstorm, we all went inside to hit the hay. And that's when I saw this camel spider running around the kitchen. So I started taking a little video and I'm like, oh, look at this little spider running around. And then it crawled under the door of my sister and her husband's room. And we were looking all over the place for this thing until we eventually found him in their clothes. Okay. We caught this little camel spider dude and the shongololo tickled my foot and I almost crapped my pants. I got a big fright. After that adrenalizing evening with the camel spider and all that jazz, we hopped on to our next destination, Jeffreys Bay. So we got to Jeffreys Bay and for the first few nights we stayed at the Mentors Country Estate where my cousin's wedding was happening. So thank you guys very much for booking such a cool place for us to all just hang out together. And I ended up making a short little cute secret wedding video for them. After the wedding and after hanging out with the awesome family, meeting new people and having a great time, we spent the rest of our time there staying at the Jeffreys Bay Caravan Park, which was full in December. But nonetheless, it was still pretty cool. It was a really awesome place and overall it was just a fun place to camp out by. So on our way to Jeffreys Bay, we saw a sign say one of the world's highest bungee jumps. So we drive down to the Blokrans Bridge where we are going to go bungee jumping. Now Blokrans is the 4th highest bungee in the world at 216 meters high. So as my first time bungee jumping, it was quite an experience. I would be lying if I said I wasn't a bit freaked out. So I get to the edge and I just sort of lean all the way forward. I almost flipped when I went down. As crazy and terrifying as what it was also like one of the most beautiful views that I've ever seen, upside down. But the worst part was not going down. The worst part by far was coming back up. I must say that was creepy as hell. Like, you've already jumped off the bridge. You don't want to go back up again. You want to go down. But they pull you up, and I gotta say, I've never felt so safe in my life before. When that guy pulled me up and he picked me up and is like, okay, you're good, dude. You can sit upright. Hold this thing. I've got you. Don't worry. I felt so safe. So yeah. I had a great experience. The staff, they were so energetic, so fun. But the funniest part was that wasn't the scariest thing that day. The scariest thing was the skywalk. That's when you walk back. And you walk back on this little metal grill thing. It looks like a braai grill. It's just a little thin piece of metal, and you're walking on there and it's like denting in as you walk. That was terrifying. It was one of the craziest experiences I had in my life. 10 out of 10. It was a crazy cool experience, and I'd definitely do it again. So after this crazy bungee jumping experience, we went back to the campsite and we stayed there for a few more days. On our last morning, I went outside to just get a drone shot of the sunrise and do a time lapse like normally, and it was so beautiful. It was so peaceful. Just standing there on the beach, it's all quiet, it's dark, and the sun comes over the horizon and you just hear the waves crashing. So after our last day there, we packed up and we headed down to Gariep Dam as our last little stopping point before heading back home. We stayed in this really nice place. Everybody was also super friendly there, and we had an amazing view of the dam. I did not know this dam was so big. It was huge, and there were tons of boats and stuff down there, so it was a really nice view. Just hanging out, I still took a couple of pictures through the binoculars with the camera, and I got a couple of interesting looking shots. I still remember we had a massive thunderstorm that night that just whacked out the electricity. It was crazy. I still snapped a picture with my phone where you can see a blurry lightning bolt hitting the ground. So after our last night at Gariep Dam, we hit the road and we drove around the dam wall just to, get a look at it. And there was a lot of water flowing. It was a massive dam wall, and that was also quite an interesting thing to see. After Gariep Dam, we headed back home. And that was our little holiday to Jeffreys Bay for my cousin Lizelle and Calvin's beautiful wedding. So that's what I've been up to the last while. After that, we've gone fishing a couple of times. We went to a place called Marlieu. Very green, but a very fun place to be at. And actually, most recently, I went to Gariep Dam, also a little family trip. We went fishing. I caught quite a big fish. Look at me, I'm a fisherman. It's also got a big dam wall there, so that was quite interesting. There's always some kind of big storm wherever we go, so naturally there was a massive thunderstorm at Gariep Dam. And I did my first lightning photo stack, and this is what it looked like. So there you have it. That's all the traveling that I've done since my Botswana vlog, and I thought I'd just share that with you. So leave me a comment below and let me know where in South Africa you think I should go next and check out. And if I can get 1,000 subscribers, then I will pick a random comment and go to one of those places. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And like I always say, I'll see you in the next one. If you liked any of the footage you saw in the video, a lot of that will be free to download at Pexels Y Steve. If you want to use it in your videos, or if you want to use it for anything, I really don't care. That's my way of giving back to the community, because I use a lot of Pexels when I make videos as well. Naturally, everywhere I go, I just have to get 1 or 2 drone shots, and Wayne was always there to catch it for me.